I know it's a lot to take in.
I wish I could have been with him in the end.
Knowing your people would be safe gave him comfort. He went peacefully.
Thank you, Lara. Our oaths have been fulfilled.
What will you do now?
This is still our home. We will rebuild. But there is much work to be done. There are still enemies in this valley.
And there is still much to discover.
Alexandra and her family are leaving too, following what's left of the old Soviet railway.
I can't understand that. What about our faith changes with Jacob's passing? This is still a sacred valley.
Is it? And what are we protecting anymore? The source went with Jacob. We all have to ask ourselves some difficult questions, and I won't judge those that answer differently.
Greetings. You've seen those totems around some of the caves? Be careful around those places. I never got a chance to thank you. My brother was held in the Gulag, and he said you rescued him. We owe you for so much, Lara Croft.
You there. We could use some help if that's what you're here for.
I'm here to help. What can I do?
We're trying to fortify as many of these towers as we can. Most of them were badly damaged in last year's floods. We've got the repairs in hand, but I need some extra supplies from around the valley. If we can get these towers repaired, it'll give us an advantage over the invaders, and it'll help us reach the upper levels of the ruined towers. Will you help?
I'll see what I can round up.
Thank you. Bring them back to me when you found them. Do you have the supplies with you?
Here you are. This should be everything you asked for.
Good, good. Leave some of the supplies in the basket there, and we'll finish the repairs. But I need you to bring the rest of the supplies down to the tower by the lakeshore. When you're done, Meet me back here. What was Sophia yelling at you about?
I left some tools out overnight. She doesn't quite seem to... Hello.
Hello.
Give her time. She's hard on us for a reason, but we'll survive because of her.
The Red Army is coming. I've been tracking them for weeks, watching as hundreds of men build the iron monstrosity across the ice. Men have died, their frozen bodies left scattered in the tundra. No rites of passing, no burial or burnings. These new invaders are cruel, godless men. Do they come seeking the precious metals of the mountain? Or, like so many before them, are they drawn here by the divine source? My people must again prepare for war.
If there's someone in here, it's safe. You can come out now. Must still be hiding. Got to be hiding in here somewhere. Maybe there's a trail. Blood. They're hurt.
Stop! No closer!
I'm not with Trinity. My name is Lara, and your gun isn't loaded. I can see the cylinder is empty.
The firing pin never worked anyway.
You're hurt.
I just need to sit down for a moment. Lara, was it? I'm Nadia. I could use your help.
What can I do?
My grandfather snuck out of the village in the night. I think he's headed for the Wicked Vale, where the witch Baba Yaga lives. I was trying to catch up with him when the invaders caught me. Before I was born, the witch killed my grandmother. Grandpa always talked about revenge, but I never thought he'd actually go through with it. There isn't much time, and I'm in no condition to go myself. We have to find him.
I'll head out that way and see if I can pick up his trail.
Thank you. The path to the Vale is through the cave to the east of here.
Hello. You've seen the mine by the old Soviet facility? Many of our people died there. Careful of the deathcap mushrooms that grow in the valley. You wouldn't want to eat them, but they make a powerful poison.
Wearing Soviet uniforms. Yeah, I heard. Moving into position. Taking fire. Got it. Come on. Let's get it.
here. Well worn.
Laura, I found a radio on one of the invaders you killed. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
I can monitor the invaders' frequencies from here while I patch myself up. I'll let you know if I hear anything useful.
What more can you tell me about the Wicked Veil, Nadia?
My people stay far away from that place. They have for centuries. When the Soviets were here, they tried to build an outpost in the Veil. But they angered Baba Yaga, and she drove them all mad. Grandpa told me all about her. She lives in a magic house that can walk with the legs of a bird.
You believe all that? The house with the bird legs?
I trust Grandpa. He was in the Gulag when the Soviets took my grandmother into the Veil to help them study the ruins. The witch killed her, and he's never forgotten that.
Shit. Steady.
Laura, hang on. I'm picking up a transmission. You need to hear this.
Overwatch, come in. We need immediate extraction. What the hell is that? It's walking.
Laura, hang on. I'm picking up a transmission. You need to hear this.
Overwatch, come in. We need immediate extraction. What the hell is that? It's walking. What the?
Did you hear that? That was the witch.
Something definitely happening out there.
Is there any more sign from Grandpa? Are you still on the path to the Veil?
No, but I'll head back and look soon.
Just take the wooden path along the cliff. It'll lead you right there. No need to go inside the old temple. Head down to the wooden walkway along the cliff. There should be a rope leading to it. That path will take you straight to the Veil.
There's a small camp here.
Sounds like Grandpa made it that far at least. You're almost into the Veil.
Small camp here.
Sounds like Grandpa made it that far at least. You're almost into the Veil.
Nadia, I think I found your wicked veil. I don't know if it's Baba Yaga, but there's something out here.
Be careful. This is her land.
Pollen drifting in here. Flowers.
What did you say? What did you say? I can't understand you.
Something's wrong. My head is spinning and...
Oh no. It's too late.
When die.
No, must be dreaming. Isn't real. Can't be. Just keep moving.
Lara.
Dad? No, it can't be. No, wait.
I'm close now.
Wait, where am I? How far does this path go?
Come here.
It's not real. Not him. Dad, stop, please. No, got to get out of here.
There is a truth behind it all.
I just want to leave, please. No, this isn't. Who are you? Why are you doing this? Stop! God damn you, stop!
For me, it is too late.
No.
Someday. You'll understand.
Who are you? Come and see.
Not possible. It's just a myth.
I'm sorry, Laura. There is no return. You're going to
Rot out here.
You started coughing, said something about flowers and pollen, and then nothing. I thought the witch had killed you.
I think I was hallucinating. God, I hope I was.
Hallucinating? There is a flower in a valley that can bring on visions, but the effects are too weak.
Any idea what this place is? I see ducks and pipes. Soviet from the looks of it.
It has to be the outpost the Soviets built to study the ruins. My grandmother was a scholar and they brought her here to help with her research, but that was the last time Grandpa ever saw her. There was only one survivor, an officer who stumbled out a few weeks later. He said the witch made them do things.
I never held my daughter. They took her from me on the surgeon's table. I tried to fight, but they are many, and I am weary. Then they dragged me away, split our 3 hearts apart. They have taken me to a hidden vale where ancient ruins stand. They tell me if I cooperate, I will see my family again. I will never trust these monsters, but I do not have a better plan. There are curious flowers here. Exposure to the pollen has left my captors rattled, and they will...
Someone's been in here, recently. Building on top of the ruins.
What do you see?
Some sort of makeshift distillery. Smells just like the flowers. Shit! Of course! She's refining the pollen, weaponizing it. There's no magic here now, just someone very clever.
Wait, but if it is just a person, then won't the pollen affect her too?
If she can resist it somehow, then so can we. I've got to bring it lower. I've got to bring it lower. Whoa. Should be enough fuel. I have to get the bucket closer.
It's been weeks since these bastards dragged me from the Gulag, from Ivan and my daughter, to this strange vale. They have tasked me with finding some way of counteracting the unusual effects of the pollen that hangs in the air. Now I believe I have a formula that may work. An extract from the seed pods of the plant. The liver of animals that consume the flowers and have metabolized the toxins. A phenothiazine derivative.
I found something. One of the prisoners wrote down a formula that might counteract the effects of the pollen.
It has to be for my grandmother. The witch killed her, and now she's going to help save Grandpa, just like in one of his stories.
Nadia.
Have faith, Laura. Hop back to the Soviet installation where we met. I'll help you find what you need.
All right, Nadia, I'm back at the installation. Any advice on where to start looking?
Okay, first, the seed pods. The flowers grow inside the caves around there. There's never enough of them to make you sick, so you should be able to gather some safely. The livers should be easy. The deer around there feed on the flowers, so you'll just need to track them down. As for the insecticide, I have an idea where we might find some. Grandpa taught me to read Russian, so I'm going through some old equipment manifests to see if I can find out where they stored it. I'll let you know when I find it.
All right, I'll start gathering the other supplies now.
How do you still have those deadly cards?
We're trapped in the middle of Siberia with no outside